the more that these financial incentives come and the cheaper solar gets, and the more people realize it, there is a return, there already is a return, there already is a cost savings, the more they'll do it. Like, I convinced my dad to do it, and it was all because of the financials. He understood the return, and he's already saving money. His paying off his solar loan is cheaper than what he was paying a month for his electric. Did you have a question?
Yeah, about the co-op.
Yeah.
Who would you approach about that? Are you guys kind of helping facilitate that, or do you go right to the developers? Or?
So when we do projects, they're 200 megawatts, so they're huge. And so we've got,
so if you had like a 15,
you had 10 or 15 people, and you could put it on the gear factory, and then he could have 10 people participate in it. Like, I mean, that it's just about figuring out the legal model. And I know a couple attorneys that are working on that. And all you would need is the legal framework to do it.
Cool.
And it would be way easier to develop a project that size because you can connect it anywhere. It's no bigger than a farm or a house would be for 10 people. So I've envisioned one on like the near west side, and but you would still need to buy it. A power purchase agreement model wouldn't work. You would, for 10 people, you would need it to be an ownership model.
So you would approach the developers directly.
The installer.
The installer.
Yeah, so like CNY Solar or any of our installers on there.
Okay, cool.
And you would probably need an attorney. And I was going to say one more thing. Oh, if you're interested in that, crowdfunding solar, super interesting.
Cool.
So I'm also a financial advisor, and I do socially responsible investing when I'm not talking about solar energy. And so I read a ton about crowdfunding solar projects last year, and there are projects ongoing around the country where you can buy shares of it and you'll see a return because it's an investment. The SEC unlocked crowdfunding platforms last year, so now you don't have to be an accredited investor, anyone can do it. So it's pretty cool stuff.
What's the name of that again?
That's just it's just called crowdfunding, and it enables us to, like, I'll put in $100, you put in $250,
There are
and
different online platforms that like people can post. That's
right,
a cool idea.
and you raise money, and then they build the solar array, and then you get a part of the cost savings. So you would get like a 3 or 5% return on it, on your money that you put into that. So there's some really cool stuff going on. And
I got one more
go ahead.
pie in the sky. I've heard whispers of community solar on South Campus. At SU, they're trying to phase out the housing, and I've heard whispers of community solar. Is there any sort of model in which SU could like play the middleman of like running their own community solar thing? Or if any sort of nonprofit or private organization, could they develop that and be the middleman?
so what would the middleman do exactly?
Like SU develops community solar on, I've heard this whispered, I don't think it's super feasible.
So SU would have the same problem that municipalities would have, since it doesn't pay taxes.
So could a for-profit entity?
A for-profit entity, if SU leased the land to a developer, they could do it the same way where SU could sign a power purchase agreement.
Okay.
But if they had a project like that on campus and they could sign up, you just need a national grid bill.
Right.
So if it's students, that's probably all pooled into like your housing.
I was thinking like the surrounding
Yeah,
area.
they could, if you have a national grid bill, you can be an off-taker and you can sign the power purchase agreement. But yeah, if they have the land and they want to develop it for solar, all they got to do is find a developer that thinks that they can do it. And there's probably 3-phase power over there because of the student housing. All right, thank you so much for coming. And if you have any other questions for me, if you want to sign up, I've got cards.
And please sign up for our event, for Uprise. And I want to say thank you to the Onondaga Democratic Committee and Nikki over there. While I'm here, I will put in a plug for getting involved in campaigns. I've worked campaigns before, and we had a volunteer who helped us clarify our nuclear energy policy just because I trusted her because we had worked together and she asked me a question, and we changed our policy because of her. So not only will you get candidates for politicians more likely to get involved with you, or like more likely to push for your priorities, you'll have more of a say if you get involved. So thank you, sign up. Nikki, do you have anything to add?
No, if you want to get involved with the party, let me know. Thank you.
Take pizza. We got it.
Please take pizza, take lots of food. Yeah, put it on a plate.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. He was very proud. Mayor Norman. I knew he was gonna do it. Oh, great.
I kept telling them.
Yeah, I got the rest of the way. You guys hear? Okay.
I was like,
But I'd be very curious.
So, okay. Yeah, thank you.
I'm just so.
I just stand there. And talk.
You guys are all wrapping up. I think
I
maybe
have two so bad.
If it wasn't very good.
And I feel like
My boss really.
My daughter started professional. I like cannot keep it.
partnering.
It's so terrible.
Oh,
With
this
me,
is
like,
the,
what are they?
science next.
Like,
So where do you start?
she's done everyone.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, like they're gonna get the short stick everywhere they go, and like the misogynist. They're half
So
black.
this building just getting people.
Yes.
He doesn't really know.
His family lives in New York and South Carolina, but they,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
his grandma